This is Explosion and Smoke 2. It's the second assignment building up this explosion and smoke. And the main thing that we're going to be looking at here is using nodes. We haven't done that yet. We will get into that in a bit. But first of all, I want to say this is part 10 of the series. Parts 1 through 9 should have been done in part one. And I have reopened mine. So I'm at the starting of my timeline right here. My little playhead's right at the starting. I need to find where I left off. Remember, I'm about 30 seconds in, so I could use this frame area, as I hope you recall, to jump to the frame. I just know about where it is, 30 seconds times 24. I'm just going to put in 660 to jump to that area. But even though I type that in, that's where the playhead jumped to. So a great way to find things besides scrolling this way, using this scrubber right down here, or this scroll right there, is to come down to this magnifying glass. I think you've used it before, and you could zoom in or out. So if I zoom way out, I could see that it's over here. Then I could put my playhead right about where I want it, and then I could zoom in on that area. I'll just move that over, zoom on in. When you last left off in the last assignment, I had you extend out the exposure on that smoke layer. That was for the sake of me getting to grade it. I want you to get rid of most of that. So right here on that layer, go to the second frame of your smoke, click on it, go to the end of the smoke, which should be just a little bit past the explosion sound as you see up here. Hold down shift and then click. So I highlighted all that. It's in cyan, and I'll click delete on my keyboard. So that should be left was that very first frame, which we're going to work with. And of course, going back into my project here, I'm going to have to reset my view. It's off to the side. I could hold down my space bar and it changes it to that hand, which is also a tool right here, but it's easiest just to do the space bar, press it, and pull that over. Now it's a little bit center. The next thing I want to show you probably has nothing to do with what you are doing, but I want to show you how I did stuff for you to think about in the future. Notice my explosion, which is in front of the refrigerator. It's where I want it. It's also covering this chair right here. I already thought about this before I started setting this up. You did a great drawing and everything. I needed to speed up this process for me because I spend a lot of time as a teacher. So what I did was I took a picture and I did some photoshopping stuff. What I wound up doing within that is I made sure that I cut out this chair and table set so that I know that the layer of the chair can be in front of the explosion here. And I have that down here. Here's my table set. I'm going to click and drag that up above my smoke and explosion. I want it in front of both. And now you could see that chair is in front of it. So when you're creating animations, layers are really, really important. I've said it a lot of times, but here is a perfect, actual, real world example of why that's important. Okay, I'm going to leave this video right here and we're going to move forward and talk about nodes in the next video.